Jurrell, thanks for taking the time this morning. I got a two-part question for you. One, since we last talked to you, how do you feel like you fit into this defense? How does it best fit your strengths? And then secondly, you did so much work in the community in Tennessee, and we've already seen some of that with the Casey Fund out here. When you move to a new city, what's the process for kind of figuring out how you're gonna get involved in the community in that way?
Well, first off, the first part of your question, I feel like everything's been gelling pretty well. A lot of the guys have been welcoming. A lot of guys been been able to talk down, sit down, talk with me, give me understand the plays a lot, and helping me in that aspect. But this defense played in the kind of similar to Dick LeBeau's defense back in the day. And I love it because they dial up so much stuff. They get you moving where you don't got to take on so many double teams. But when they ask for you to take on the double teams, you got to be able to handle it. Two, being in the community, the biggest thing is just getting with, different organizations that's doing the work that you're focused on, and them introducing you to other programs and, getting your recognition out there. And, the Denver Broncos, they've been doing a great job so far of helping me vet a lot of these people and helping me, reach out to other organizations because they already got organizations that they work with, and it's just actually been a smooth selling.
Next up, Jeff Langwell, followed by Brandon Stahl. Jeff, go ahead, please.
Jurrell, I'm just curious how you think, from a football perspective, you and Von Miller, Bradley Chubb get that relationship on the field that Von has talked a lot about as being very important.
Just when we get out there, I'm quick on my toes. They finally trusted me early, knowing that I understand the concept of the schemes that they pin out there for us. And those guys, just seeing how their mechanics are when they're out there moving around. I'm sure it's going to develop a whole lot more in the next couple of days when we're out there with the helmets on and actually running around full speed. But right now, just having the mental capacity to go out there and take this defense in, showing those guys that I'm ready to come out here and play with them.
Next up, Brandon Stahl, followed by Kyle Newman. Brandon, go ahead, please.
Hey, Jurrell, you talked about how this defense, similar to Dick LeBeau's, you get to move around a lot, but what does it do that complements your skill sets? What does this defense allow you to do that really complements what you do, and what maybe does it do that doesn't help you, or what are the challenges of this defense for you personally?
Honestly, challenges, I don't really see too many. Like I said, I played in it before, excelled in it, and the biggest thing is allowed me to use my athletic ability. I get to move around guys. I get to use my quickness. Allow you to get those centers and the guards off balance when they pull plays and they reach blocks. This defense definitely is the strong suit for me. So I think it shouldn't be any challenges at all going forward.
We'll skip Kyle, go to Mike Kliss. Mike, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Jurrell, I was just wondering, as someone who mixes it up in the trenches, how confident are you about football going forward? Do you feel safe playing football right now with the COVID and at the Broncos facility?
Definitely feel safe. I think the processes that they put in place, the protocols, it's definitely been beneficial so far. The way they test and the way we keep ourselves away from each other, keeping ourselves hygiene up, that's been key so far. So we have been doing great in this organization. I can't speak for all the others around the league, but I know here with the Broncos, we've definitely been doing the right protocols to keep ourselves and our guys healthy.
Next up, Artie Stapleton, AP. Go ahead, Artie.
Hey, Jurrell, good seeing you again. I'm wondering if you being new to the Broncos is any kind of added obstacle in this kind of a strange offseason. It would have been if you were still in Tennessee, but having to learn new faces and new protocols. I'm wondering if that how has that gone for you?
Actually been pretty smooth. I've got a pretty good amount of the people down inside the building, so they haven't actually been too hard to try to remember guys. I take pride in that. Been in the building in Tennessee, trying to remember everybody in the building as much as I can. And this year ain't no difference. Just keep on, we're around the guys 100% and working with the people around you. Just taking a second or two to introduce yourself and keep reintroduce yourself until you got the names down. I think it's been pretty smooth.
Next up, Troy Ray.
Jurrell, thanks for the time today. Thanks for the time. Can you hear me okay, Jurrell?
Yep, I hear you, Troy.
Fantastic. Two-part. One, Von Miller is changing his leadership style. How much will you help him when it comes to leading, given your reputation and the respect you have from guys the moment you walk in? Secondly, were you a little irked? The Titans let you go when it looked like that team was, close to winning the Super Bowl, and you were one of their best players.
I'm stepping in full throttle to try to be a leader of this team. That's all I know. That's all I've been built around is strong leader qualities, and I can't let that change now that I'm somewhere different. I just ask that the guys, allow me to come in and step in that role also. And these guys has definitely opened their arms so far. They've been picking my brains. They've been, trying to ask a lot of questions out of me, and that shows that these guys got confidence in my expertise and my ability around the league. Two, slightly was hurt, but at the end of the day, after a couple hours of sitting back and having been in your thoughts, you understand that it's a business. And this business comes down to making sure you put the right people on the field that they feel is best. And, teams coming for you and feeling like you can help their team out and build. And that's the process that we're in now. They brought me here to Denver to help this defense stay on top. And that's what I continue to do.
Next up, Eric DeLalla, followed by Andrew Mason. Eric, go ahead, please.
Hey, Jurrell. Yeah, in Tennessee, it looked like you played some down at the one technique, a little bit at the three. Kind of what are the challenges sliding back and forth there? And are you more comfortable at one of those spots?
Everybody knows you love the three technique. Being a defensive lineman, you love being a three technique. That's where all the money's been made at. So that's definitely my favorite spot. But I take pride in being able to play all three positions, being able to play the end, the three, and the one. When you got that capability, when guys go down, someone get hurt, coaches can call on your name to go out there and fill another position in. And you got to be able to do it at the highest standard. So I try to do as much as I can every day in practice, learning each position, getting reps at each position, and making sure I'm excelling at all three.
Next up, Andrew Mason, followed by Kyle Newman. Andrew, go ahead, please.
In terms of your leadership, you talk about how much of that is being a mentor and telling young guys how to go about their roles on the field. And in particular, Draymond Jones, he's a guy that has a lot of skill sets that kind of parallel to you as a young player. What type of advice and counsel do you want to give Draymond Jones to help him come along?
The biggest thing is that's 95% mental. If you can get in there and you can sit down with guys and pick their brains and, get them mentally able to get ready to go out on that field. Everybody understands that the other 5% is only athletics. That's going to come with, you have that work ethic, but your mindset got to be built. Your mindset got to be set and wanting to go push forward to, make yourself excellent. Because a lot of people can work hard once in a while, but you can get complacent. And so it becomes to the point where you have strong people around you, and that's what I plan to be. When Draymond need questions, if he got questions, he need help with anything, I'm gonna be there firsthand and hands-on with him as much as I can. But as soon as he's ready to get out there and get some work, we definitely will be able to do that when we're able to. I take pride in keeping the D-line out there a little bit, and we'll get some extra work in. So I'm sure a lot of guys will have a lot of questions then, and I can show a lot of guys a lot of different things that I have learned around time I've been in the league.
We got time for a couple more. Next up, Kyle Newman, Denver Post. Go ahead, Kyle.
Hey, Jurrell, what are your early impressions of the Broncos secondary, specifically Kareem and Justin Simmons at safety and kind of the presence that they bring, and then, some of the cornerbacks as well?
I love that they have experience in that room. With a great secondary, it becomes great pass rush. They all work hand in hand. But the biggest thing I can take from it is kind of remind me of being in Tennessee, where those guys was a tight-knit group. They seem like they're family. They seem like they all like each other strong a lot. And you need that type of brotherhood inside the locker room, inside the meeting room, because those guys they're going to work hand in hand. And when they work hand in hand, they make our job a lot easier up front.
Last two, Zach Stevens and Mike Liz. Zach, go ahead, please.
Hey, Jurrell, thanks for talking with us. Von Miller said the chemistry between you two is already clicking. How have you accelerated that, and what can you do on the field in this next month to accelerate it on the field?
I think the biggest thing that helped us a lot is being at the Pro Bowl for multiple years together. That already showed us that we was able to work together. And then coming here, like I said before, is when things have been called out there, we don't have to say really too much. We just look at each other and we understand what one another need. And when you can build that type of chemistry and don't have to really talk on the field, it makes games move a lot faster. And, I can't remember the second part of your question.
And how do you accelerate that on the field this next month?
The biggest thing is just going to be work after practice. Get the work that you need in practice as much as you can together, but it's going to have to have time after practice. That's when you start clicking. You start working on things that you're not able to work in practice. And as long as we both buy into that type of work ethic, we're definitely going to excel.
Last one, Mike Liz. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Jurrell, after 9 years in Tennessee, and I know it's a little difficult to compare with all the COVID protocols going on, everything being different, but anything about the Broncos headquarters facilities that jump out at you as you after 9 years in Tennessee that really struck you?
The biggest thing is, man, it's a beautiful facility. Tennessee, they're doing a lot of upgrades now, so I'm pretty sure in the next year or two it's going to be a great facility also. That's one. Two, the people in the building. Everybody's here. Reminds me of the same as Tennessee. Kind, nice, straight sweethearts. I love it because, when you have a friendly family atmosphere around you, it makes you come to work and makes you love this game a whole lot more. And that's something that I love being around here is that saying that, one, the locker room is warm-hearted, they open-armed, and the people in the building around here is definitely buying into what we believe in as players. They make sure things is getting worked around here, and we're going to make sure this turns out to be a great year.